Hi, my name is Adriel William, and today's video is for all the doctors, dentists, students who are applying to dental schools, who are migrating to US, people who are just dealing with life right now and dealing with a lot of rejections, dealing with disappointments, and even people who are trying to get somewhere, trying to chase a dream, and have not yet grabbed it. And I wanted to make this video to talk about failures and how you should be somewhat creating a positive relationship with failures and disappointments. I personally feel why I'm a good person to talk about it because most of my friends will tell you about me that he's always chasing after something, that Adriel is looking for something, he's trying to achieve something, and he's in a certain level of stress. He's trying to get somewhere, and that's what we see him in. And it's a journey, and I enjoy it. I am not all the time happy in it, but it's better to have a purpose than to keep looking for happiness that won't last. So one of the key things I'll tell you is that you might be a dentist who's applying to dental school and is not getting accepted, person who's trying to do a master's, trying to figure out a visa. You might be doing something that you're not feeling that satisfaction or getting what you want. And I would tell you one thing is that, first of all, if you're a student who's trying to get into a dental school, eventually you will. I made a lot of videos. There are people who passed their national board about 4 times and still got accepted. Like, having multiple attempts on national board is very it's not so good. Like with TOEFL, it's fine. You can take like 10 attempts. You can take a lot of attempts. It's fine. If your GPA is low, go do a master's. But with multiple attempts that you can't even pass national board part 1, that seems like pretty brutal. But still people get accepted. And one of the key things that I saw is that these people continued to work on themselves and they didn't give up. They were people who were on F1 visa. They took multiple masters, kept giving the exam, and eventually got in. And when I talked to them, even during the during the DDS, life is no easy. It's no bloody joke. And I was part of the DDS, and life isn't easy inside dental school. It makes you go into dark places. And even after you graduate, you come out where I'm sitting now. There's always something you're running after. You start to work, you start to make money, then you have to protect that money, you have to take insurance there, life insurance and all that blah 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 you have to do in US. What I'm trying to say is that there's always some sense of disappointment or rejection that you're going to deal with. And the earlier you form a positive relationship with your rejections or with difficulties, the better it is. One of the key things I've seen in very successful doctors, people who get accepted, is that they have dealt with acceptances for so much that they become very much used to them. And the key thing I keep saying is you have to leverage your weakness or your failure. Fine if my thing fell apart, if something got lost, if I failed. Now, how am I going to use it to my advantage? And you need to keep that perspective over and over again. And I don't want to make it sound like a motivational speech, but sometimes you keep trying, you're not getting accepted, you're not getting the result, you need a break. I do personally. Sometimes I stop making videos for a while just to zone myself out, give myself break. I'm not very active with students during that phase because I need to recharge as well. And maybe the same goes with you as well. When you have a lot of things going on in life, you have family, you have kids, you are dealing with a lot of stresses, and at that time you're not getting this result, you're paying a lot of money. It's not that you're going to leave your dream, but you might need a break for a while, and it's totally fine if you do that. But the other thing is that you need to remember that by the end of the day, a lot of these stresses, especially as immigrants that we deal with in US, is come from a sense of loneliness. And I personally feel one of the key things that helps is that I remember I used to have a lot of friends in Pakistan, and whether it was my dad's death, it was my friend's dad's death, we had our cards stolen, things go wrong. But by the end of the day, having those friends outside your house make you forget all your stresses for the next 30 minutes, and your stress level goes low and you are in a state of euphoria, you can actually ease out your body. And in US, regardless like how much money you make, you don't have that circle. And one of the things I'll tell you, as you grow older and older, you start to lose those friends. You don't have those family members, you don't have those friends. And one thing I'll tell you is that you learn to live by yourself as well. There would be time when you have to stand all alone, you have to take difficult decisions in life because you believe in something which others don't, and you have to do it. And it brings a certain level of stress on you. Your hair grows white, uh, things become difficult, you age faster, but it's a journey. Eventually, nature beats the best of us. All go down 6 foot under the ground, no matter you like it or not. The key thing is knowing that this is a journey. I'm going to deal with difficulty, rejections, inevitably. There's going to be rejection, but I need to create a healthy relationship with these rejections. You can't take it personally. This is a very important thing. And I know it's very hard when I'm dealing with something very difficult is to give myself this advice. That's why I want to go to my friends. And there are certain friends I remember who would be really positive, or being in their presence makes you forget all of these difficulties. So having those friends, maybe you can exercise. For me, that's been a thing that helps a lot. And once you get back up a little bit, then you can look into ways how I can fix it. I personally use my anxiety or my stress. If I'm anxious about something, I need to find or get something done. The only way I can overcome overthinking is by doing things. I need to do things. I need to research. A lot of my knowledge, a lot of things, whether I'm right or wrong on this video, I say things comes from the part that I was overthinking and I was trying to find solutions. I ended up reading books or something like that, or talking to people and found some good ideas, and which I'm sharing with you right now. Now, I was reading Elon Musk's book, audio book, and a little bit about that person who's one of the world's richest person is still one of the most unhappy person walking on the earth. And that's how life is for most of us, especially people who are highly educated, highly ambitious, did migration, want perfection, wants to achieve everything. You live a life of being as an unsatisfied soul. And I personally learned to deal with it is that you have to be grateful. You have to, yes, it's difficult, it's not fun, but you have to be grateful and enjoy the ride. You're going to lose a lot of good things. You're going to lose a lot of loved ones. You're going to lose friends. That's what life is, but you learn from the failure and you take this as a journey. So right now, if you're going through a dentist school, or if you're applying to dentist school and not getting your results, it's totally fine. Remember this is a journey. Don't take it personally. And one of the key things that can help you is finding the right friends. And I hope this short video helps you. And if you liked it, hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. It gives me a lot of your like or your subscription to this channel helps me fight my own stresses and overthinking at times. So I highly appreciate your feedback if you write any thing in the comment box. And hopefully I'll see you in a more meaningful video. Thank you.